Hey guys, here we are, number 35 in the Miracle Book, the last of the series. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. These are two different sentences here, guys, for lesson 35 in the Miracle Book. My mind is part of God's. My mind is part of God's. And the second sentence is, I am very holy. My mind is part of God's, and I am very holy. Today's idea does not describe the way you see yourself now. It does, however, describe what vision will show you. Notice the word will in there. Will show you. It is difficult for anyone who thinks he is in this world to believe this of himself. Yet, the reason he thinks he is in this world is because he does not believe it. My mind is part of God's, and I am very holy. You will believe that you are part of where you think you are. Did you catch that? That is because you surround yourself with the environment you want. And you wanted to protect the image of yourself that you have made. The image is part of this environment. What you see while you believe you are in it, seen through the eyes of the image. I'm going to repeat that. What you see while you believe you are in it is seen through the eyes of the image. This is not vision. Images cannot see. The idea for today presents a very different view of yourself. By establishing your source, it establishes your identity. And it describes as you must really be in the truth. So by establishing your source, it establishes your identity and it describes you as you must really be in truth. We will use a somewhat different kind of application for today's idea because the emphasis for today is on the perceiver rather than what he perceives. For each of the 3-minute practice periods today, so we're pumping it up to 3 in this last session. For each of the 3 5-minute practice periods today, begin by repeating today's idea to yourself. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. For each of these 3-minute practice periods today, begin by repeating today's idea to yourself and then close your eyes and search your mind for the various kinds of descriptive terms in which you see yourself. Include all the ego-based descriptive terms in which you see yourself. Now, include all the ego-based attributes which you ascribe to yourself. So which ego attributes do you ascribe to yourself? Include those. Positive or negative, desirable or undesirable, grandiose or debased. Include all of them. All of them are equally unreal because you do not look upon yourself through the eyes of holiness. So reminding you of today's 2 sentence. My mind is part of God. Part and parcel of God is what we are. Part and parcel of God. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. In the earlier part of the mind searching period, you will probably emphasize what you consider to be the more negative aspects of your perception of yourself. So you just might as well go there. Go towards the negative, get them out of the way. Toward the latter part of the exercise period, however, more self-inflating descriptive terms may well across your mind. Let them well. Try to recognize that the direction of your fantasies about yourself does not matter, whether ill or good. Illusions have no direction, and not in reality anyway. Illusions have no direction in reality. They are merely not true. It's an illusion. For good or ill, it's an illusion. A suitable, unselected, they're merely not true. A suitable, Dex, come here, boo-boo. Come here. A suitable, unselected list for applying the idea for today might be as follows. These are some of the examples they're giving. I see myself as imposed on. I see myself as depressed. I see myself as failing. I see myself as engendered. I see myself as helpless. I see myself as victorious. I see myself as losing out. I see myself as charitable, or I see myself as virtuous. These are some of the examples of what could come up. You should not think of these terms in an abstract way. They will occur to you as various situations. Very nicely stated. It will occur to you as various situations, personalities, and events in which you figured crossed your mind. Pick up any specific situation that occurs to you. Identify the descriptive term. So we're trying to identify that descriptive term of what comes up, or terms you feel are applicable to your reaction to that situation, and use them in applying today's idea. So don't get stuck in the situations that come up. Just identify the descriptive term and then use today's, my mind is part of God's. I am very holy. This word just keeps coming up. The words, I am part and parcel of God. I am part and parcel of God also comes up here, if that's of help to anybody out there. Pick up the specific situation that occurs to you, identify the descriptive term or terms you feel are applicable to your reaction to that situation, and then use them in applying today's idea. After you have named each one, add the following. Quote, but my mind is part of God's. I am very holy. End quote. During the longer exercise periods, there will probably be intervals in which nothing specific occurs to you. Do not strain to think up specific things to fill the interval. Enjoy the interval, I would say. But merely relax and repeat today's ideas slowly until something occurs to you. Although nothing that does occur should be omitted from the exercise, nothing should be dug out, quote unquote, either, or with effort. Neither force nor discrimination should be used. Let it come. As often as possible during the day, pick up a specific attribute or attributes you are ascribing to yourself at the time and apply the idea for today to them, adding the idea in the form stated above to each of them. If nothing particular occurs to you, merely repeat the idea to yourself with closed eyes. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. There you go, guys. And a happy Valentine's Day to you guys, by the way. And now for today's word, day 33. The word is tenderness. By the way, I know that we said we were going to do a 35-day challenge, and even though I was 2 days behind on the Hope Book, this 33 will be the last word of the day from the Hope Book, as well as we are moving on from these courses. I hope these 35 days have titillized your inspiration to want to continue on them, and I was happy to bring them to you, and thank you for walking it with me. All right, now day 33, the last of the Hope Book. Once again, the Hope Book is Hope Realized, a daily meditation journal for healing, growth, and transformation by the incredible Diana A. Allen. You can find this book for $20 on Amazon, and of course the Course in Miracles books comes in the blue form or the red form, various forms, but all very worth it. You can put that on Amazon too, and I'm definitely sure it'll come up as well. Tenderness. Tenderness is greater proof of love than the most passionate of vows. That was Marlene Dietrich said that. I know a woman who is so beautifully tender with other beings. Her voice is soft and her hands are gentle. I have witnessed her great courage and strength in navigating this human experience. Her voice has a melody that nurtures, supports, and uplifts. When I think of tenderness, I think of this woman. In an insensitive world, it is often a challenge to experience and witness real tenderness. Tenderness, for me, reflects an inner knowing of the connectiveness of all life, being gentle with all creatures, including the self. Sensitive people can have a difficult time with expressing their tenderness in a not-so-tender world. Remember the small seedling pushing through the soil, ? It does not lose its tenderness, yet it is strong enough to withstand the seeming restriction of the soil, the seeming restriction or whatever is up against you. Be tender with that. Don't think of it as an obstruction. Just recognize that it has something to teach you. Let it be the teacher. And let yourself be nourished by whatever that abstraction is. It's a very difficult thing, I know. But it's possible. Practice, practice, and it all is where your head is. Where's your mind? Where's your vision at? What are you allowing in? It does not lose its tenderness, yet it is strong enough to withstand the seeming restriction of the soil. The soil ends up being the perfect place of rest and sustenance that the tender sprout needs to grow. I'm going to add the part strong. It's what it needs to grow strong. Today, reflect on the strength that underlines real tenderness. Honor that place within you. The daily application is be tender with you today. Be tender with you today. I like that. Think loving and supportive thoughts about you to you. Be tender with others and choose boundaries that are supportive. Interesting. Choose boundaries that are supportive. That makes me think of one other sentence. Do no harm to others, but take no shit. Do with that what you will. That was for someone out there. Ooh, I felt that. Ugh. Whoa, what's up? Someone out there needed to hear that one. And that's it for today, guys. What are we going to do next? I don't know. We're in Southern Cali right now, enjoying the sun. So hello to everyone here in Southern Cali. I love you guys. Much love. Namaste. Enjoy the good weather. Hasta mañana.